Everything that you need today, somebody has got it. The resources that you need to be able to move from where you are to the next level, somebody has got it. Some organization has got it. Some institution has got it. So what it means is that in the marketplace, nobody is looking at your face. Nobody is looking at the way you look. What people are interested in, what kind of value are you bringing to the table? And in bringing whatever value to the table, it is very, very important that you have to package that value and put it in a way that when you deliver that value, people will receive it with high level of excitement. They will believe you that you really have that value. And the only way to do that at this moment, as I'm talking to you, is in public speaking and communicating effectively. Public speaking in this context being the ability to be able to speak with power and influence such that people who are listening to you will believe you. They are convinced in the value that you're talking about, and at the end of the day, they will be able to do business with you. If you do not know how to package your ideas, package the way you feel in a very smart way of selling it to somebody, nobody's going to take you very seriously. So the truth of the matter is that every leader that is listening to me today must, as a matter of necessity, you must be a great speaker. You need your capacity to speak to be able to move from one place to the other, or move your idea from one level to another. So public speaking is a big deal. But there are certain components of public speaking I would like to bring to our attention. And the first of that will be that, number one, everybody can speak with power and influence, whether you are an introvert or you are an extrovert. It doesn't matter whether you are the human being that works in front or the one that works behind. It doesn't matter. What it means is that you listening to me today can speak with power and influence. It doesn't matter. Everybody can speak if you can bring out the commitment to be able to understand the techniques, the principles, and the standards that we're talking about. The other day, someone approached me. He was giving the opportunity to win an award in his church. And then he was requested to package a thanks giving speech. After receiving the award, he was expected to make a speech, thanking the audience, the church, and of course, giving some advice to other members of the church on how they could communicate with that power of influence in their family, how they could be good parents and things like that. And so the moment he got the award, he was quite afraid. He was really, really afraid. And so because he was really afraid, he didn't know what to do. So he began to run around. Who would help me? Who is this individual that will help me? And then somebody recommended that he should speak with me. And so he came to my office and told me the truth, that he has never, ever spoken in public before. That this was going to be his first time of speaking to any audience, that he needed some help. And so first thing first I did was to reassure him that, number one, that he has the capacity to speak. with power and influence. The second thing I told him was that he has to have the discipline of sitting and learning the principles of public speaking. The third thing I told him was that he will at least spend the necessary resources in his disposal to be able to do the needed thing, to practice public speaking, to make public speaking part of his life, to even if he has to sponsor meetings that he would have to speak, that you can only be great in public speaking after you have understood, number one, how to deal with anxiety and fear. How to deal with anxiety and fear. Most of the time, a lot of people are afraid to speak, not because they don't have content, not because they don't know what to say, but because they are afraid that somebody is going to bully them in the audience, that they are afraid of uncertainty. And so they rather will die than speak in public. And so the first thing that I like to address in dealing with this, exactly the thing I told my friend who came to meet me. By the way, by the time I spent 12 hours with him over a 2-week period, this gentleman went and delivered an A-class speech in his church. And at the end of the day, he made a big difference. The first thing first is dealing with anxiety and fear. Let me let you know, it doesn't matter how many times you have spoken in this life, it doesn't matter how many audiences you have spoken to, that any time that you are a speaker and you are invited to speak in a new audience, whether it's a group of 15, it's a group of 1,000, it doesn't matter. If that is the first time you are speaking to that audience, trust me, you will be afraid in the first few seconds. It is normal to be afraid. It is normal to feel scared. It's normal. Like there's a lion that is going to eat you when you go to that stage. It's a normal thing. But one of the things that you have to deal with, first of all, is to deal with your mind. Your mind. There's a connection between self-confidence, mind leadership, and ability to overcome anxiety and fear. If you want to overcome anxiety and fear, first thing first is you have to believe that you can speak with influence. You must visualize yourself speaking and blowing the audience away. There must be a self-confidence that is unbelievable. People do not know the fact that even if I've seen a lot of people who just come and they're so confident, but guess what? They are talking rubbish. But a lot of people, they just believe them because of the quality of the confidence that they bring on the table.